Welcome to the Good and New podcast,
where the sponsors are fake and the hosts are buzzed.
and we say fuck your feelings. Enjoy the show.
Episode 44. Ryan, sorry, we're not coming. Whoever Ryan is. Oops. Oh, we know. Yeah, we know. Good New Podcast. Couple guests, if you're watching, you can see that. Jeff, our attorney. He is here with us. Beau, our landlord, and real estate agent, he is here with us. Kyle and I. Jeff, how you doing?
Good, and you?
Pretty fizzy there. Don't spill that. Pretty good. Kyle, how you doing?
Good, and you?
Good. Ooh, Fresca Beau. How you doing?
Good, and you?
Cheers.
Cheers. We were supposed to do trivia with you guys, but we did trivia last week, so...
Who won?
Kyle, I would have freaked out if you would have lost and didn't get the dinosaur, the T-Rex.
Oh,
one.
I would have too.
Yeah. I can't believe you didn't put up more of a fight for that.
When I had a 2-question lead, I kind of thought I'd pick up another one or
Bring
two
it down
before
to your
they
level.
scored, and
Yeah.
Talking it like this.
no, I would have been pissed.
It's hard to bring
Move
things
that.
down to my level.
Yeah, housekeeping. Spoiler alert: Kyle may or may not have won trivia.
Beau, you had mentioned before that some trivia questions were maybe unfair. What did you think of the questions that last episode?
I thought it was bullshit. I don't think I would have probably gotten 2 or 3 as well.
Yeah.
I did. I mean, I was obviously doing it. I did get a couple. I was close on the county one. The deer.
Did you have
I had,
2?
I had 3. Or no, it was 2. What did
You
you
had to
need?
name
needed-
3.
You need 3 out of 5. I had 2 out of the. Yeah, 2 out of them.
Was this
Okay.
multiple choice?
No. And
Well,
then
multiple choice of all the counties except 6 in Wisconsin.
Correct.
the basketball with the Z. I was close on that, but I didn't get that one.
Yep.
I had no clue on the hockey one.
Okay. Yeah, they
Not a
weren't.
hockey
I
fan.
listening to
Especially-
it. They weren't easy. I get it.
Especially after you say 7 or 8.
7
And
or-
somebody's going to get 5.
Oh yeah. Well, you guys missed the fucking county state or 2 of the
I got
3
County Stadium.
after you had to
That one-
whine and cry to get a fucking hint about it.
I was freaking out on that one. I was like, how the hell do you guys not know that Major League was filmed in county?
Multiple
county-
listeners lost
But
their mind.
I was losing
over
my
that.
mind. But then I also realized I'm quite a bit older than you guys, so I was probably older than when I
Quite a
watched
bit
that,
is an
so-
understatement.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that wasn't that movie made before I was born potentially?
Yeah, probably,
No.
but close. But it was fucking historic.
It's iconic, yeah.
It's a great movie.
It is a great movie.
Yeah.
I don't care where it was filmed.
Obviously. Which side of the Mississippi is Anyhow, if you want to listen to trivia and listen to people whine and complain and maybe laugh a little bit, definitely go back and watch or listen.
Watch it so you can see Denver crying, laughing.
Oh
so
my
hard.
God. The international whistle code. Have you got through it yet, Jeff?
No, not yet.
That could
It's
have
on my
gone
to-do
bad.
list.
Watch it. It's
Yeah.
worth it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun. I had a great time. I said if I would have been more under the influence, I'd still be sitting there laughing. Like tears were coming out of my eyes because they were not having a good time. And question number 9 just threw me. Anyway, this episode, where do we want to start? I have a few different ideas. We can do the big, the normal start, or do you want to get into some stories right away?
Whatever, it's up to you. It's your show.
Yeah, you guys are the host.
Only one guy takes it seriously, though, I guess. So
See that picture?
Apparently, only one of us takes it
Jokingly said it, and Beau quotes me and sends it to you. Because he comes in, he goes, "Where's everybody? I thought I was going to be late." And I'm like, I don't know. Apparently, only one of us takes it serious.
I couldn't park close. I had to park a long ways away because that truck's up here.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out the parking. And then when he got the landlord here, he does what he wants. So, speaking of which, the bathtub out there, is that free game or what's up?
Yeah,
with
that came from Jeff's house.
So
You need
you've
it? You need a
used that?
bathtub? Yeah, you need it?
Let's get into it.
I
thought you
barely
were putting a cold
used
plunge
it.
in.
Let's put it in here.
I never
What
used
for?
it.
I don't know, cold plunge.
Okay, go for
It
it.
could be our new urinal.
Yeah, okay.
Can we pipe it
I'm
to
not
go out?
emptying it.
No.
That's what I
can
used it
go out
for.
the door.
That's what I used
Why
it
did
for,
you get
too.
rid of did you get a new tub, or what's the story?
No tub. We took the tub out and
Tubless.
and we're doing a walk-in shower.
Whoa, nice.
We didn't really use the tub in the house. I think I never turned the water on it for myself in there, and I think the girls bathed in it maybe a couple of times. I don't think Corey ever used it either.
Okay.
So
Tubs are a thing of the past, I think. I
I
mean, one
think
house, if you
so.
have little kids, you need one maybe. Otherwise, every room or every bathroom having a tub, you got to stand in the shower. Fuck that. Hate it.
Maybe the realtor could speak to that. How attractive houses are with tubs.
Yeah, I think you need to have at least one tub, but
One tub.
the walk-in showers.
How many dog baths are you seeing in these new
A
homes?
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of handy.
If
I
I
guess.
build, I'm putting one in.
Yeah.
Funny story. Not really funny, but
We'll be the judge of it.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
not really
We'll
funny.
let you know.
but during this bathroom remodel, the tub came out obviously, but also so did our current or old shower. And the contractor said, "Hey, do you want me to cut this shower down and put it like maybe in the garage as a dog?"
Wow. Do you have that done?
No. Said,
Oh, okay.
You plan on getting a dog?
we have a dog. She just doesn't bathe.
You planning on getting a puppy anytime?
No.
Smart.
Yeah. Let's get a puppy update.
Yeah.
Holy fuck,
Pup
dude.
date.
Pup date.
So the first 2 nights, it was like clockwork. Every 2 hours, she's whining. But I think I unlocked a cheat code. I bought a little like
Sedative.
dog heating pad.
Ooh.
Put it in the kennel. She slept 8 hours both the last 2 nights. Knock on
Wow.
wood. So
Not worried about a fire or anything with that, or
no, the big dog has one too. So
I've heard that heating blankets were bad for women because they do something to their ovaries and they then can't reproduce. Are you not worried about
my
your
puppy's gonna be spayed. When
Okay.
she's
You're not
older,
starting
so.
a puppy mill.
No.
Got it.
God no. Dude, one is enough.
Did you share the name or anything? Give us an update on the did you, when you gave it to the girls, what they do, like the whole story of like the first.
Well, I mean, they were excited, but they were also getting ready to go trick or treating, so it wasn't as
Oh, he's kicked
fun
to
an
the
event
side.
as I
Didn't
thought.
give a
But
shit.
trick or treating got cut short, and it was cold that night, so I'm okay with it.
What kind of puppy?
German short hair,
Wow. Name?
Hildy.
Is Hildy
Sticking
German?
Sticking with the German names.
Yeah.
2 L's or 1 L?
1L. Got the name from Django Unchained, actually.
Okay.
That's Django's wife's name in the movie.
1H?
1H.
One Y.
Well, is it an I or a
It's an E.
Oh, 1E.
silent?
Maybe just spell it for the listeners because they're probably swerving off the road right now.
Hilde.
Hildy.
Never would have got that one.
Nice.
Can you use that in a sentence?
What is from right now? She's, 8 months old?
8 weeks.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
8 months.
Close.
Baby. I was thinking of baby.
You
know,
just
like,
round it up a little
when
bit.
do you get to buy a baby? Like, how old do they have to be? Can you take them home at
I don't know.
like if you adopt? Like, they have to be a certain age, I assume. Or you can have them, like, newborn.
Talk to our council. I don't know. Maybe
Buyer,
he should
buyer's
work on that.
discretion, really.
All right, so it's 8 weeks old. How old until it gets out pheasant hunting?
I will probably start training in the spring.
Training, though. But, like, when do you think?
Well, then she won't be. I mean, she's not going to hunt this year.
You can't pheasant hunt in the spring, so
Yeah.
next fall.
So next fall it'll be ready?
Next fall.
She'll
Why,
be ready?
why can't you?
Season's not open.
Well, you can.
You could go
Well, I
to
guess
a,
you could.
you could go
It's
to a
just
place.
illegal.
Yeah.
Or you could go to a
game farm.
game
yeah.
farm.
Yeah. So
We'll see how that
next
heating
If you wanna
blanket
call that
works with pheasant hunting.
fall.
Any impact that heating blanket has.
Yeah, maybe it'll dull her senses. Hasn't for the other one, so
Okay. Keep
Small-
us updated.
Small sample size.
pup dated.
Is taking a dog out for a walk shortly after the DNI releases birds, is that considered hunting?
No, just a coincidence.
Yeah, that's a great point. There's gonna be a fight over there on that couch. All right, so we'll move on to the normal stuff, and then we'll get into maybe some fishing.
Normal
stories.
stuff. What was that?
That was just housekeeping and update on current events, life, and everything else. You had National Day of.
I did.
Let's hear it.
Got to pull up my notes. Sorry, I got here late.
Is this,
I like that Hildy
Chat
is
G-
a current event.
No more chat GPT. Who do we want to start with?
Craig Council.
Oh, you want? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Should we talk about that first?
Fuck him. He's a loser.
Okay, so that's how you feel about it.
Yeah.
I sad to see him go, of course, but he deserves it.
Yeah, we should have fucking paid him when we had the opportunity to do so.
I think so. What
They
I heard
did.
was
They
they
offered him the highest paid
Oh,
manager
really?
position. and
5.5, right?
Yeah.
And he got 8.
Well, Antanasio is.
Something's going on there. I don't know.
No, this is
he
the
needs to
same
sell the
thing with
team.
the Brewers.
Why didn't
like,
he go to the Mets? I thought he would have went to the Mets.
Oof. 'Cause you have to
New
live
York
in New York.
taxes.
Unlimited money.
True.
I don't know. I got a text today from one of my friends that said, "This feels almost as bad as Brett Favre being a Viking."
I don't feel that.
Well,
way.
well, I'm not as into baseball,
I don't
so
feel that way.
It is weird.
But the Brewers are the same thing with like CC Sabathia, Prince Fielder. They make an offer, but they know damn well they're not even in the
Yeah.
ballpark.
Pun intended.
Pun intended.
So
Which park? County Stadium?
Which side of the Mississippi?
No longer there.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's stupid. Is he even that good at his job anymore?
I don't know.
Someone thinks so.
Obviously, the Cubs think so.
Yep.
Wait, what happened to the Cubs?
Well,
guy
what was
then?
interesting, that's a good point, Kyle. What's interesting is the announcement for the hire for Craig Counsell to the Cubs was made prior to David Ross, current manager of the Cubs, being released.
Really?
So there was a gap. There was an overlapping period where they actually had two managers. Then they
Whoa.
had to let David Ross go after they made the hire for Craig Counsell today
That's
And
gotta-
he was the catcher for the Cubs for a
during
little
during their World Series. Yeah,
bit. Yeah.
2016. He was their catcher.
Oh, another fun
Weird.
fact: recent sports events. Bob Knight dying.
Yeah.
Did you see the thing where UW had like hired Bob Knight? He said, "Don't release it until I get back to Army and I'm able to whatever." The fucking both papers in Madison, of course, post it right away. So he says, "Fuck you."
Ooh, when was that?
19.
Before Indiana?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
Wow.
then he took the job like the next day or 2 days later at Indiana. 19.
College basketball is just starting. It's like
So-
preseason, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they gonna do like Indiana should do like a throw a chair across the thing like in honor of him?
Right.
Like have like the whole team throw their fucking chairs across.
Yep,
That would be sweet.
that will be awesome.
I think they should. Jeff, you don't think that's a good idea?
No, I think it'd be a great idea. I don't think they'll do it. But
They won't do it.
question is, will he be buried face up or face down?
So the whole world can kiss his ass.
Yeah. Remember that, Beau?
No.
He gave some speech at Indiana, like after he was leaving, after he was kind of ousted from Indiana. And what did he say, Kyle? Like, when they bury me, I hope they bury me face down so all the Indiana brass can kiss my ass or something like that.
Yeah,
Wow.
something along those lines. Yeah.
They parted on rough terms. The general.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. But yeah, he almost was the Badger coach.
Yeah. Imagine what could have been.
That would have been no. Barry Alvarez was football. I was gonna say that would have taken away some trips out to the lake with a bunch of hookers,
Allegedly.
Cheerleaders?
cheerleaders. That was Barry Alvarez though, and I thought Beau Ryan maybe did that. Did Beau Ryan have a scandal?
Yes.
Yeah.
Masseuse.
Masseuse.
That's why he left as well.
Wow, crazy.
I thought he went pheasant hunting.
It's in the spring.
One-way hunting trip. Is Bo still alive?
Yeah.
Beau knows.
Don't know.
No, like the slogan. All right, Kyle. Whose birthday is it? For fuck's sake.
You have birthdays. Got National Day off.
I have one.
Yes, let's hear it.
Birthday, November 6th. Stephanie Lorenz.
Yeah.
Wait, what's today?
November 6th.
November
Oh, it
6th.
is. Holy shit!
Stephanie Lorenz.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Classmate.
Happy birthday.
Well, yeah, classmate of ours. What is she doing?
Locker right next to mine.
Is that right? Yeah, Lorenz Lord.
Yeah.
Wow. Locker buddies. She is in Arizona / New Mexico. I think she had some trip planned today.
Nice.
35.
Can you explain the Arizona / New Mexico?
Like she's on the border. Speaking of New Mexico, is it New Mexico that doesn't do daylight savings?
And Arizona.
Arizona. It was just daylight savings. How do we feel about it? Are you guys for or against?
That's all I know, I guess. I don't know. I don't know anything different.
Me neither.
There's a lot of debate that it might stop. They might do away with it.
It's frustrating. It's depressing when, like, right now it's dark outside. It's like 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
But it's also lighter in the morning now than it was 2 weeks ago.
Have to wake up earlier to go deer hunting.
So you don't mind, or you wish it would stay one way or the other?
What do you think, Denver?
Glad you asked. I would prefer, and we've talked about this, I feel like now the 5th time maybe. Haven't we?
Daylight savings?
Yeah.
Possibly. I don't know.
4th.
Yeah.
4th.
I would like it to be light in the morning and light for extended period of time at night. So however they can do that, that's what I would like.
Yep.
I think Alaska offers that,
Okay?
right?
So we should do what they do.
Yeah, like 24 hours of
Yeah.
daylight. in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
I dislike going to work in the dark. I dislike getting home at night and it's fucking dark already even more.
That's why I dislike the winter.
Yeah. I'm okay with driving to work in the dark, whatever. But having a little extra daylight at
Yeah.
the afternoon, evening, I'd prefer.
Cuts down on those tea times for you.
True. Well, I'm glad you brought that up. Do you prefer playing early in the morning or golden hour like at night?
You said golden shower?
Golden shower at night. If you would you got rid of your tub, so you can do a golden shower now. No, would you prefer morning or evening? If you're gonna play a quick 9.
A quick 9?
Yeah.
Morning.
Morning.
Yep.
Okay. Kyle?
Either way,
Either way is fine.
I just like being on the golf course.
Bo hates golf.
Yep.
Bo's the only one here with a hole-in-one. Is that correct?
You don't have a hole in one.
I don't have one.
Bo hates golf, has a hole-in-one.
Now I hate golf.
I don't hate golf.
I know you don't.
How would you describe your relationship with golf?
I enjoy being on the golf course, hanging out with people and socializing. I don't like keeping score, and I don't like hitting the golf ball.
So you like
Exactly.
riding around in a golf cart
Yeah.
and drinking.
You like putting.
I don't mind putting.
You make some big putts in our scrambles that we play.
And you have a
Yeah.
sweet putter.
Yeah.
Yep.
You are fun to be on a scramble team with.
Yeah, thanks. So are you.
I know.
Jeez, you guys gonna blow each other? Good thing we kept you off separate on the same couch. National Day of, Kyle.
National Day of on November the 8th. STEM or STEAM Day. And then on the 9th, you have Go to an Art Museum Day.
Are you posing this to me?
To you, Denver.
What was the first one?
STEM/STEAM Day? Your former golf partner is the STEAM
Stem cells?
teacher.
Nope.
What is it?
Science, technology,
Erections.
Nope.
Science, technology,
so-
engineering,
like anatomy.
arts,
engineering,
and
arts,
math.
and math.
That's STEAM is at art.
Yeah.
Add art. Oh. I'm assuming they have
Lots to
some
digest.
pretty cool classes that we didn't get to fucking have when we were in school. I don't know if anyone can speak to that.
We didn't have
You have
STEAM.
kids.
Pretty
didn't-
cool stuff,
They
yeah.
didn't call it that. I know Emma, my oldest, loves STEAM. Big fan of STEAM.
Jesse was I'm a STEAM teacher.
Yeah.
STEAM, yeah.
And what was the other one?
Go to an art museum day.
Yeah, skip that.
Yeah, what are you, a nerd?
I
Why
mean,
are you thinking so hard?
I think there's ways you could make an art museum very enjoyable. You just have to be willing to do so. I saw today some anti-oil or stop big oil or whatever it was, like we want electric cars type people, ruining a painting at some European art museum.
The
And then
Louvre.
I don't know where it was. It wasn't that one. And they stood in front of it with their stop oil t-shirts or something. I thought that was fucking stupid. I would
So that
love
make it fun.
I would love to be there and witness that and just like kick one of them in the back while they're doing it. Like, hey, oh no, you can't deface this property. Bam, right in the fucking back.
Into the painting.
They already
that's
ruined
art,
it.
Yeah.
So, but some of that art where it's like a blank wall and people think it's art or like it's a pile of bananas in the corner or something, like all the weird shit.
What about your favorite artist, Biden, Hunter?
Ooh, yes. If it were a Hunter
comma,
Biden
Hunter.
Hunter Biden exhibit, now that would be if you were there with Dr. Jill.
A lot of white streak marks across that artwork.
Yeah. I guess I would appreciate STEAM more. Didn't get to have the cool classes in school, so National STEAM Day. Is that for teachers specifically? Or just
I think it's
awareness?
just the general public.
Okay. Nice job.
All right.
Speaking of art, who was your art teacher
Which grade
in?
or school? I mean,
Yeah, I guess
Mrs. Davis.
yeah, that was middle school.
She
We had
was
Mr. Arnold in high
Mr.
school
Arnold
and
is who
Mrs.
I had.
Arnold in elementary.
elementary school. Who's Mr. Davis or Miss Davis?
I think it was Miss Davis.
Miss Davis, yeah, she was younger.
Short, black hair.
Yeah, I mean,
Did you guys have Mr. Sanger in
Nope.
middle school? No. Okay.
I had him in high school.
Did you?
Yeah.
Maybe it was high school. Yeah.
Sanger.
Stan Sanger.
Carl Sanger.
Carl. Stan's brother. Right. Talented family of artists.
I didn't take. I almost didn't graduate high school because I didn't have an art credit. I had to take photography senior year.
What surprises me with your love of art.
Right?
It ruined my 4.0 in high school. Art class did.
Really?
Yep.
4.0 like for a grade or for the entire high school career?
I think I took it junior year.
And you had one going until then?
Yeah.
Fuck's sakes.
So thanks a lot, Mr. Arnold.
You guys
Probably kept me out of Harvard.
Could have
Hey,
been.
who went? I was trying to think of this name the other day. Who went to Harvard from Lodi?
Dane Skillrude.
Okay, I was correct. I was like, that seems like a fake name, but it sounds like somebody went to Harvard. Like when I said it out loud, I was telling Lindsay, I'm like, I think somebody went to Harvard. I think their name, I know it was Dane, but Skillrude, and holy shit, I'm glad that I was correct. Do you know that person, Jeff?
Dane, yeah.
Yeah.
He's on the golf team, yeah.
What's Dane do these days?
I don't know what he does right now.
Climate activist?
Dane, if you're out there, give a shout. But he worked at Disney for a long time after Harvard. And then I think he
Cruise
worked
ships?
No. Then I think he worked as a consultant for like Ernst & Young, I believe.
Okay.
Not 100% positive.
They make books or something, or what do they do?
No, they're like a
Isn't that an accounting firm? Audit firm?
yeah, like a audit firm.
I get
believe.
my accounting firms mixed up, so.
But no, I don't know what he's up to now. I think living maybe in Chicago.
Sweet.
But yeah, we golfed. He was a nice guy. Yeah.
Good golfer? He beat you, or? No.
He's good.
Humble brag.
He's good, but no, he wouldn't be me.
Okay. All right, give Jeff the next one.
All right, Jeff. Are you going to go with a bet and aid punsters day, so basically celebrating puns on the 8th, or National Fried Chicken Sandwich Day on the 9th?
The first one is celebrate puns.
Puns.
Puns. Oh, puns.
Puns.
Celebrate puns.
Nice.
National Puns Day.
That's, of course, the one to go with.
Yeah.
I do love some fried chicken, though. Sandwiches.
Quick Trip's got specials on fried chicken this week. I think it's this week.
Do you guys go with the fried chicken sandwich or the spicy chicken?
I like them both.
Yeah.
It's a crispy chicken, isn't it?
They also
Oh,
have a
chicken
crispy
sandwich.
chicken sandwich.
Oh, that one's good. The crispy chicken sandwich is good.
That's one I haven't had then.
Whatever the one is that's new and has the thicker piece, not like the or like hospital food like patty.
Like the
fried-
ones we got in
The fried.
school.
Yeah, the nicer one is $1 off this week, I think. So get out to Quick Trip, enjoy yourself a sandwich.
Nice. All right, Bo, are you going to go with National Dunce Day on the 8th,
What a
or
dunce.
Chaos Never Dies Day on the 9th?
What is Chaos Never Dies?
We're living in a
I
world
think
of
I like
chaos.
that one. I'll go with that one. Chaos never dies.
Dunces create chaos, don't they?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to put a child in the corner with a dunce cap?
Probably not anymore.
Fucking wimps.
That's why you get to celebrate
You
it.
can't even yell at them anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
We got to get Coach Poles on here because he held me up against the lockers by my fucking, like, right here, my collar, because I wouldn't pick up something Barry threw on the floor. Barry and I were just talking about it the other day. I was like, we have to interview. He was my homeroom teacher also. Great guy.
There had to be something else.
No, I just he was telling me to, and I said no.
I've asked him about it. He remembers it.
Oh, of course.
Can't think it was a bad day for him. I think was
That's
his,
fine. I don't
just
hold it
kinda-
against him. I
you-
just
you're-
love the story.
You're the straw that broke the camel's back that day.
Happens a lot.
Jeez.
His job, he probably has a lot of tough days.
That was a tough wing of the school.
Yeah.
Miss Dalton, Miss B, or now Lemke. A lot of great teachers down there.
Yep.
All right,
We did.
me
Yeah. Final one, Denver. Are you going with National Kyle Day on the 8th,
easy
or National Alejandro Day on the 9th?
because it's more fun to say Alejandro Day.
Fuck yourself.
What do you do on National Kyle Day? Drink Monster and punch holes in the wall, or isn't that the joke about Kyle's?
No, I've never had a monster in my life or punched a hole in a wall.
I saw a video the other day of it was like somewhere in Texas, like a national Kyle convention.
Yes.
And that one dude, the Kyle dude, like that was hilarious.
We should get you there.
The National Kyle Convention.
Have you been to Tejas?
I've never been.
Oh, there's a great
Tejas forever.
reason to go. Chaos and Tejas.
Yep. Love it. I'll go for that.
All right.
That's what I got.
There's some good birthdays.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we have Jeff here because he's just a wealth of knowledge on stupid, like, people or things. So, Josh Peck, Does that name sound familiar to you? This would be a gauge of the day, I guess, or the.
Josh Peck.
Actor, right?
Yep. It says TV actor. I think he's in movies also. Maybe not.
Gregory's brother.
Who's Gregory?
Gregory Peck.
Oh, no idea.
Not ringing a bell.
No, I don't know
You don't
Josh
know.
Peck.
Okay.
Disney,
So-
right?
Oh,
Disney Channel?
Yeah, probably more Disney stuff. Yep. All right, so Josh Peck, who turns
Should have done trivia.
36 on the 10th. Do you think you could take him in a fight, or would you have better chances with Leonardo DiCaprio on the 11th, turning 48? So a 36-year-old or a 48-year-old?
Easy answer.
I think Leo.
You could take Leo?
Yeah, he's a lot smaller.
Just find a body of water with a small door.
Just keep him off it.
Right.
Just try to keep him off it. I mean, he fought a bear or something in the Reverend.
No, he
or
got attacked
Reverend?
by a bear.
Oh, he didn't fight it? What a loser. All right.
So did I.
Oh,
That's true. Oh,
you guys have something in
that
common.
Yeah.
You fared a little
Oh.
better though.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle. Brittany Murphy.
Yep, dead.
Recall.
RIP.
R.I.P. I know
8
you
Mile.
like. I know you like the dead ones.
That's a hot scene, by the way.
Which
In the
scene?
factory.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Jesus, what a pervert.
But also the battles at the end, too.
Yeah.
If you were hired to be a sunscreen applicator,
Okay.
are you picking Brittany Murphy? She's alive. You don't have to do it to her corpse.
Corpse. Okay. Good. Good to know.
That is good
Are
clarification.
you picking Brittany Murphy or 60-year-old Demi Moore?
Demi Moore.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Not even close.
That was quick. Is Demi
Would you
Moore?
have gone with Brittany?
I mean, I'd have considered it for a moment, I guess. I
Well,
don't know.
I did till you finished the
Finished.
name.
Our favorite Demi Moore thing you've seen? It's got to be a highlight reel or something you're thinking of.
Yeah. What was the? Was it Flashdance that she was in?
Striptease?
That's it. Thank you.
Nice.
How about G.I. Jane?
She
Oh,
looked very
yeah.
different.
That one too.
She looked very
Yes.
different than those, but yeah,
I forgot about
very
that.
versatile.
Yeah.
Is it
A Few
Demi or
Good Men.
Demi?
Few Good Men. That's a great.
Oh yeah,
Great movie.
That one too.
That's how real attorneys get stuff done.
She's been in some bangers.
Yeah.
I say Demi. Is it really Demi? I
No,
hope
I'm
it's not.
asking. I've heard people say Demi,
Ask
Really?
Bruce
but I think
or Ashton
Bruce.
Willis.
He
I
can't
think-
talk, so we can't. We can't ask him.
maybe he can
You're
write
welcome
it
for
down.
the setup.
I forgot they were a thing.
They're married for a long time.
Long time.
Kids.
I think they're still cordial.
Are they?
Not her and Ashton.
No, I think she's taking care of Bruce. Actually.
I think Ashton made the right move with Mila compared to Demi.
I don't know about.
Really? Not a Mila fan.
I didn't say that.
Just more of a fan of Demi.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Bo.
Okay.
We have somebody you're very, very familiar with, I'm sure. Miranda Lambert.
Okay.
Now, you have to convince your wife that this person is going to move in and live with you, and it's just they need a place to stay.
Okay.
Miranda Lambert turns 39 on November 10th. Are you going to be able to convince your wife that she's going to be able to move in? Or, let me get back to it here. And, well, I think you'll remember this, but maybe not. Vinny, I can't say his last name, but from Jersey Shore. Did you watch Jersey Shore?
haven't
But you
watched
know
it.
what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so could you get the guy or the girl? Vinny's kind of a weirdo, Jersey Shore.
loud,
Loud, obnoxious.
A weirdo.
Guido rhymes with weirdo. That's what they called each other. Or could you get country singer Miranda Lambert,
I'll go
who's
with Miranda
kind
Lambert.
of attractive? And okay, you think that you'll be successful?
Sure.
That's not even like fair.
What? What do you mean?
Who would even want Vinny compared to Miranda
Yeah.
Lambert?
That's true.
My wife's not even a big fan of Miranda Lambert, and I still think
Hands
that's
down,
who she'd
right?
go with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about? Let's change it then. Stanley Tucci,
Oh, that is.
actor. He was What was the one? Easy A with Emma Wilson.
Yep, he's the dad.
Oh, okay.
He plays a great part there.
Margin Call.
He's the bald guy with the glasses right there.
Devil Wears Prada. No?
Your wife doesn't have a...
One thing I've learned from listening to all of these episodes is that apparently I don't watch very much TV because
Well,
I don't know
if
who any
you
of these
chose
people
to
are.
bring in Stanley Tucci, you could probably be a lot more knowledgeable of film.
There you go. Okay, I'll bring him in.
Bring him in.
Bring him in.
Other than that, I mean, there's some big names there, but a lot of TikTok bullshit after that. One that I wasn't sure who it was, but you guys will know, I'm sure. Where'd he go? Martin Luther, religious leader from the 1400s, 1500s.
Started Lutheranism.
Oh,
We
okay.
went to a Lutheran church when we were younger.
Well, I paid attention, obviously. He kind of looks like Pontius Pilate, so I didn't know who he was. I remember that name.
How do you know what Pontius Pilate looks like?
He looks like this guy in the bottom corner.
Okay.
That's what they all looked like from those fucking days. All right. So, some famous big people, but a lot of other random bullshit, so not great birthdays.
Yeah. We're going to cut back on this day in history, but this guy's name was just too cool to leave out. On November 12th, 1892, Pudge Heffelfinger receives $500 to become the first professional football player in the Allegheny Athletic Association's 4-0 win over the Pittsburgh Athletic Club. They must have scored differently, or unless maybe it was 2 safeties. I don't know. Pudge
Weird.
Heffelfinger. What a legend. Not a very, well, back in the day, a big guy. 6'3", 195.
Oh, yeah.
What year was that?
1892
Huge.
at Yale.
The only
That's where he went
other
to college.
Pudge that comes to mind, Pudge.
Rodriguez.
Yep.
Yvonne
Okay, we all knew it.
Rodriguez,
Look at that.
Oh, and then I guess for one more for the 13th, 1875, Harvard versus Yale is the first college football
Bunch of
contest
nerds.
with uniforms.
They were the first ones to have uniforms.
Yep.
Wow. What did everybody else wear? Just like their random work clothes, like
Yes, I don't know.
shirts for skins.
Yeah. Their minor helmets.
You guys dress up like Pontius Pilate. We'll wear our white clothes. All right.
There you go.
Cool. All right. Fishing story. Who has any fishing travels they went on this year? I feel like there's one of you two, or maybe you both did.
Yeah.
Oh, so we can compare them.
Yeah.
That could be a good thing. Let our listeners know one way to do something and a different way to do it.
Yeah.
Bo, do you want to start?
Yeah, I can start. So, went up to a place north of Kenora, Canada, on the English River system. It's called
Where-
Grassy Narrows.
Is this Saskatchewan or where?
Ontario.
Is this? Ontario.
It's actually one of the first times I ever went there. I went with Kyle's grandpa.
Wow.
Yeah,
Really?
I used to
world.
go up there
Yeah.
all the time. And actually, we stayed at Howard would have been your great uncle.
Yep.
Stayed at his cabin. A funny story. So I remember your grandpa telling me he used to go up there for like long, extended periods of time. Isn't that?
Yeah, a few weeks at a time.
Yeah. I remember him telling me that he could leave his house and get there in 10 and a half hours. But he said he didn't. Only time he stopped was for gas. And if he had to pee, he peed in a milk jug while he was driving.
What a
That's
badass.
impressive. Yeah. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to
So
confirm.
that's
I'll
where,
ask him.
That's
I'll
where
ask
you
him next
learned
time I
that
see
trick
him.
from.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought
So
about
anyway.
doing that on the podcast instead of going to our urinal, but we got video.
Yeah.
All right, keep
So a
going.
place started going like when I was in high school. It was called Grassy Narrows Resort. The guy that owned it, it's on an Indian reservation. The guy that owned it, his name was Byron. Great resort. It was awesome. It was cheap. It was cool. They'd fly minnows in with a float plane. The plane would land. They'd throw out the bag of minnows. The dock hands would go on their
Fuck
boat and
yeah.
scoop them up. So the only way to get to it is by boat. So you drive 10 and a half, 11 hours, park at a boat, boat launch, and it's probably like a half-hour boat ride then to get to the resort. Only way to get to it.
How many people could they take?
They had probably 10 cabins or so.
Oh, wow.
So it was pretty good size. So Byron, the guy that ran it, was out moose hunting one time, had a heart attack, died while moose hunting. They found his boat circling in the middle of the lake.
Oh, geez, Louise.
So his wife and daughter continued to run it the next year. Then after that, the tribe decided they wanted to take possession of it and take it over. and I think it lasted another year or two, and then it's just been sitting empty for, I don't know, Kyle, 15
Since
years,
then.
20 years maybe.
I stayed in it the first time I went up, and that would have been, I think I was 8th grade, freshman in high school. How long have we been out of school?
15 years? 16?
So,
Wow.
So ended up, I mean, it's still there. I got paid, I mean, every year we go up there now, we go walk around it and just, look at what it could have, or what it was and what it could have been and what it is now. It's pretty sad. So Byron's daughter, Bonnie, and her husband then started their own place. And right now, so they started with like a couple small cabins. Right now they have 5 small cabins. And there's nothing fancy. It's just a place to sleep. They have kitchens. They have
Shitter.
they have all the amenities. It's just not, I mean, nothing fancy, but it's also, when we go up there, we fish pretty much all day long.
Yeah.
Like leave in the morning and don't come back till dinner time and cook dinner, and the boys will go back out fishing and we'll play cards and drink beer, whatever. So very easy to get, very easy drive, very easy boat ride to get.
Never had any issues at the border.
No, it was actually, it was interesting. So obviously during COVID, there was that time period where nobody could go.
Yep.
Not this last summer, the summer before, so summer 22 was the first year we could go back. The water was really high that year, so it's a river system controlled by dams, and the water levels fluctuate quite a bit. They had a ton of melt off. Water was like as high as it had ever been. It had wiped out like the normal boat landing we usually go to, which is not on the Indian reservation. So this year we had to go through the reservation and use their launch to get to the resort. So we crossed the border just fine. They had this app called ArriveCan. You had to download everything. Super easy crossing. We get then to the Indian reservation border, and there's a guy there stopping everybody and he's saying, I need to see your passports and COVID cards. And one of the guys in the other truck, it might have actually been Coach Paul's, is like, we already showed at the border. And he's like, you're crossing another border now. Mm-hmm. And we're like, oh, yeah. That's. Mm-hmm. But anyway, no, it was all
Check
good.
yourself.
All fine.
No shit.
Super inexpensive trip. Super easy. The fishing is out of this world. I mean, we eat fish every day, catch a ton of big fish. The boys caught a 42-inch northern, a bunch of, over 40-inch northern. We've usually every year somebody catches an over 30-inch walleye. The last 2 years, it's been the number of over 24-inch walleyes have been just like out of this world. So
Awesome.
I mean, like I said, super inexpensive, super awesome place to go. Nothing fancy. You bring your own food, cook your own meals.
I've witnessed on a fishing trip I go on. I've witnessed a couple guys use just bare hooks because the fish are so excited.
Well, we're just that good at fishermen.
Yeah, you could use anything.
Are they so
I don't
horned
know
up there?
Yeah, I'm not sure about bear hooks, but
Dude,
it's not bluegills.
up there.
Like this big?
Yeah.
Throw a minnow on a jig, drop it down, and half the time you jig it once or twice and
Boom.
fish on.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You brought a boat.
I took my boat. Yeah, they have
there?
camp
Thank
boats
you.
as well too.
Nice.
If you bring your own boat, it's even less expensive. And I prefer to fish out of my own boat.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
but I mean, yeah, it's hundreds of fish a day.
And you go up
Per
there
boat.
with quite a big group.
Yeah,
right?
this year was. Last year was like 12 people. This year it ended up being like 16 people.
I mean, you don't have to use names, but anyone get fall down stupid drunk?
No.
No. Because kids are there.
Yeah.
And
Good for them.
You can't up there. You can't drink in the boat, right?
You're not supposed to. No.
Right. Yeah.
Really?
But it's also so.
You fucking Canadians. That doesn't make any sense.
Prior to COVID, we went with kind of the same group to a different place. It was called Cedar Lake, and it was a great, again, super awesome resort, not terribly expensive. It was wonderful. A lot of those guys, it was their first time in Canada. They thought the fishing was fantastic. My dad and I left being like, this is nothing compared to the English River, so we're like, let's go there next year.
Oh. Did you take those same
Well,
guys?
we did, yeah.
Nice.
And now they want to continue going back there. But it was on that lake, Cedar Lake, there was a bunch of resorts, and you saw boats all day, every day. And there was the OPP was there checking.
What is
license,
OPP?
the
Other people's private?
Ontario Provincial Police.
Oh.
Whatever.
Like on the water? Or?
Yeah. Yep. And then, so the English River, part of it being Indian reservation and Indian run, you don't see. There's no other resorts on there, and you can go we'll take a trip. We like to take a trip to Maynard Falls. It's like a hour-and-a-half boat ride to get to. I mean, probably. I mean, you could go 100 miles in different directions.
So what about fuel? Is there like multiple places to get fuel, or just
It's all
one?
at the resort. So, I mean, they fill your tank up every day. Like, if you know you're going to Maynard Falls or you know you're going somewhere far away, somebody throws in a couple extra gas cans.
Got it. Okay.
Just to be safe.
Yep.
Like 2 years ago, I took my boat. We went to Maynard Falls. In the morning, it was nice. It got really windy on the way back. And some of these lakes are humongous lakes you're driving across.
Yeah.
And it got really choppy. And it was bad.
Sure.
And I actually ended up running out of gas about a couple miles before we got to the resort.
Oh.
So trying to fill up my gas tank. I had an extra gas can with
Yeah.
me. Like in these, roller waves. It was interesting.
And with it being so remote, if anyone needed medical attention, bear attack or whatever it might be, what's it like? Like, are you being med flighted or whatever they call it up there?
Yeah, probably. I don't know if. I guess I'm not sure. We've never had that situation. I know
Yeah.
one year, my dad. It was right after I graduated college. My dad
So you were
went to Grassy
30?
Narrows. Yep. Took my boat. Him and his buddy with some other people from Lodi. A tornado came through, sunk my boat and everybody
Holy
else's
shit.
boats. And there was a tree that had fallen on one of the cabins at Grassy Narrows, and there was a guy from Lodi that was there helping get the tree off the cabin. He took a 2x4 under the tree limb, wedged it against the roof, and had it under his armpit. And the Indian down below was cutting the tree.
Uh-oh.
And when it went, he flew like off the roof, like
Holy
and landed
shit.
across the sidewalk. I mean, a long ways, and like busted himself up really bad. And so it was so windy and choppy they couldn't get him out of there.
Mm-hmm.
So he for like 2 days they were like gathering whatever painkillers they could find in the
Just took care of him
resort.
there.
And then my dad
Holy
and
fuck.
his buddy were able to get him back. Took him to Kenora Hospital. They ended up giving him painkillers. Basically said get him home. The road to International Falls was wiped out from the storm, so they ended up having to go like all the way over to Winnipeg, down through North Dakota, and back.
Wow.
Yeah, my dad said he was so like high on painkillers, he just kept telling the same stories over and over.
Did he
all the
break
way
any
home.
bones?
Yeah, ankles and leg and.
Oh my god. Any lasting, like, hey, because this happened, now you can't walk correctly?
I think he still maybe has a little bit of a issue with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky he didn't have internal bleeding and just
Right.
fucking died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's where we went. And ironically, Jeff does the fly-in and fishes the same water, so maybe you can get his story where he goes.
So you were there.
Yeah, no, my trip's pretty much the same as Beau's. We fly in and make dinner and fish all day.
You had a
Who makes
successful
dinner?
trip. Successful trip. A lot of fish.
Very successful.
Who makes dinner?
So we go to a place called Delaney's. But no, we fished the English River, and I went with my dad. I went with my dad this year in May, about 2 weeks before Beau and his group went, right?
You said it was Delaney Lake Lodge? Mm-hmm. That's why do you fish the English River?
Was it about 2 weeks?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, thanks. You had your story time. Now it's my turn.
And also, I'm just curious. You fly in. Where do you fly in from?
Forget the name of the town.
Nestor Falls?
Nestor Falls. Thank you.
Beau's
Nestor
got
So
us.
you drive to
Do you just
Nestor
want to tell the
Falls?
story?
No,
You're on a roll. Just tell
checking.
the story.
I'm
No,
just
you're
asking
you're
about
checking.
it.
You're asking rhetorical questions. You know the
I
answer
just want
to.
No, I'm on it.
You're on a
sure-
roll. Just tell the story.
Just making sure the listeners have all the facts.
We drive. My dad and I drove to Nestor Falls, and then we fly from Nestor Falls to Delaney Lake, which is just north of Kenora, and it's a lodge. It's a private lodge, and Delaney Lake is its own private lake. And then each morning, we wake up, sleep in a nice cabin with Wi-Fi. We have a nice
Nice.
breakfast in the lodge that they make for us.
Sweet.
And then we portage over on a pontoon boat over to this area where we all get into our camp boats with our fishing guides, and they take us out on the Grassy Narrows. Same waters Beau and his clan fish.
Sweet.
Gas for us is never an issue. Plenty of gas on those boats.
Not running out.
Then we have shore lunch every day. The way it usually works is it's me, my dad, and our guide, and there's maybe 4 to 6 other boats out there from the lodge, and we all meet at a spot somewhere out there in the middle of the day, and the guides all make shore lunch and the group just all kind of hang out for lunch, and then you pack up and you depart and you go fish again, and then you reunite up at the boat launch, take the pontoon back over to the main lodge, and get ready for dinner. We had ribs and steaks and pasta and all kinds of desserts.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So there's 2 ways to do it.
Yeah, and then
2 ways to skin a cat.
Well, we played cards too.
Nice. Yeah. See some people maybe that you would never meet elsewhere. You run
Yeah.
into some different types of folks that are there and do a
it
little
was a good time.
networking.
Yeah, but we fished, Maynard Falls and Dumphy Lake. Couldn't actually get into Dumphy Lake this year because the water. Excuse me, Beau. Couldn't get into Dumphy Lake this time because the water was so low. You heard Beau describe the water was really high last year, and it was. We could see the marks, but this year it was really low.
Mm-hmm.
So the boat could not get into Dumphy Lake to get the big lake.
Did you experience that also, Beau?
Yes. It's Dumpy. Dumpy. There's no H in it.
Oh, so it's like a native tongues kind of thing.
I mean, the fishing guide that we had, who's been doing it for years, said Dumphy.
Got it. So there's a little discrepancy. Maybe they're different places, or
Maybe it could be.
depending on which way you enter through.
But yeah, a lot of walleye, hundreds of fish a day. Shore lunch is amazing. The flying's pretty cool. On the way there, it was me and my dad, and then the pilot, and it's a real small plane. And at Nestor Falls, we saw, what do they call them? What do they call the bigger planes?
The otter.
The otters.
The Havilland otters.
Yeah, and what I thought was cool was like they had these otters, which are big float planes.
Mm-hmm.
They had some of the crew and the staff loading them up with a bunch of lumber. And they fly these float planes out to some remote area to basically build cabins for people or update them.
Yeah.
But that's how they get the material there. It's pretty neat.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So is yours a float plane that you land? You land on the lake.
Yeah. It is.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I would say our flight up there from Nestor Falls to Delaney's was about 40 minutes, between 40 and 45 minutes.
But if you were to try to drive that, it's a couple hours, 3 hours, 4 hours.
Oh, I'm sure Beau knows the answer to that. Ask him.
What's that?
Where's
From-
Nestor Falls?
Nestor
From
Falls,
Nestor
yeah.
Falls to, from there it's 2 hours,
Okay.
2.5.
So
to
part of
boat
the
landing.
experience is you get a cool little flight out of it.
Yeah.
You see something that you don't see while you're driving. Save time. Pay
Yep.
for an experience.
The fishing is awesome. The food was amazing. It's just a great experience.
When I think of fly-ins, so I've done some fly-ins before. I think of remote lakes,
Sure.
where nobody can get to, there's no access.
Some of those
Yeah.
I don't know if there's this Instagram account I follow, Alaskan fucking puddle jumpers or bush pilots, whatever it is. They are insane. Like the big fat tires on these little prop planes
Yeah.
that they can take off in 50 yards or less and land it on just this little sandbar in a river. It's fucking cool as shit.
Wow.
I would love to be there for that.
We did a fly-in one time, and you talked about the Otter. It's de Havilland is the airplane company. The Otter is the biggest one they have. We were flying. It was a 1969 de Havilland Otter, and as you're flying, you can see the rivets rattling in the ceiling and stuff. I got to fly.
Is there
So
parachutes?
there's the captain, and I actually flew in the seat right next to the captain, and we get up in the air and we're flying, and he takes the console comes out of the center and then pivots. He takes and hands it over to me and just starts looking at a magazine. So I'm flying this airplane.
That's awesome.
Then we were flying. We saw he grabbed the controls back. There was from the sky you could see there was big V in the water and then 2 small V's behind it. And then he took and banked hard down to it. It was a moose crossing the water with 2 wolves chasing it.
Oh,
So he went down and really close to the water to get the wolves off of the moose.
whoa.
It
Wow.
was crazy.
Nature.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Speaking of...
so I guess I was
Go ahead.
saying, when I think of fly-ins, I think of remote wilderness, nobody around, don't see any other boats, nothing like that. I would
Yeah.
never expect to pay the money to go on a fly-in and find out that you don't even fish the lake you're staying on, that you portage over a hill to a pier full of boats that you can see another resort that somebody can drive to.
Got
Fish
it.
the same waters you drive to. I don't know, it's just
So you're saying the business plan up there is something that you're
it's a little
not...
bait and switch, I feel like. A little
Okay.
misleading advertising as this beautiful fly-in.
Well, I mean, to each their own.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of flying, Kyle, give us a little bit of your thoughts on Catch. I assume you watched Catch Me If You Can after we
Still haven't seen it.
gave you fucking shit last week.
Leo.
That's
Yeah.
a great movie. You have not seen that?
No.
Still, he said he's going to watch it
I've been
now.
a little busy the last couple weeks.
A puppy loves
Puppy
movies.
training.
Put your dog to bed and watch it.
Yeah, you got to heat a
Or
blanket.
when you wake up every 2 hours, wake up in the middle of the night, watch it for a little while.
Plus, it gets dark earlier now. You get more time to watch movies.
There's so many reasons right now why you should have already watched this.
There is football on tonight. I'm not going to watch it.
Who
I
plays
think it's
tonight?
a crap
Plays.
game. The Jets and whoever they're playing.
Aaron Rodgers playing?
No.
Oh, isn't it? No, it's not Giants. Jets. They played last week. I don't remember. Well, catch me if you can. You can watch that if you'd
All
like.
right. It's on my list. All right.
Love a full recap once you watch
Yeah.
it. Because you're gonna hate it now with all
I
this.
didn't like the movie.
You didn't like it.
No, I didn't like it.
What didn't you like?
Because he was able to pass the bar without going to law school?
Yeah, that's the main reason. Yeah, I suppose that's why you guys were late, huh? No, it just skips around too much.
Yeah,
It's a great movie.
Kind of bounces around. I can see that. I mean, Christopher Walken though.
Legend.
Jeez, Louise,
Legend.
great part. He's the
If they
dad.
had Stanley
Spoiler alert.
Tucci instead of Leo, I think I might like it a little bit more.
You don't like Leo, huh?
Not a fan.
Is it his selection of women that are very young, or what is it that you don't like about him?
No, it's not it.
Would you say he's a predator?
Alleged.
Allegedly. Like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but you might like it. Similar to how Beau likes
Speaking
to
of
rough it on
predators.
his Canadian fishing trips.
Where's the garbage can?
And I don't care for
Try to make it
the
in
movie.
this.
You might like
Can
it.
I use the
I'll give it a
computer
shot.
screen as a backboard?
Yeah, that's fine. The trash can is right
Instead
below
of
it.
in
We
the
got
hoop?
we got a wrestler taking a shot here. What a
It
legend!
might fall in. No.
Showers everybody.
I was gonna wear most of that, but
Fresca showers.
wow. All right. We had a hunting story. We did fishing. Now we got some more hunting. We have an update from Kyle on his.
Yeah. So 2 weeks to the day that I hit that one, I was in my same tree.
Is your car okay?
My
How'd you get your
yeah.
car in the tree?
Yeah. Saturday night, I was out again, same tree, and 5 minutes before dark, there's a deer coming from my right this time.
Is it limping?
It was in some brush, and I'm like, I can't
Getting
tell what the hell it is. Getting dark. Takes a couple more steps, lifts its head up. I see it's a good fucking buck. Grab my bow. He takes a couple more steps. I can tell he's fucking limping, and I can tell, holy shit, this is the same fucking deer. So I turn to clip my release onto my D-loop and turn back, and at this point, he cut down toward the neighbors. He's behind a tree and some brush, and he just never gave me a fucking shot. He jumps the fence. The neighbor kid, they have a stand where I think it's like 60 yards from my tree, and he's sitting in there, and he's probably this whole time thinking, why aren't you fucking shooting this deer? Well, I didn't have a shot. I watched this buck go to within 25 to 30 yards, stand broadside to this kid who doesn't have the bow in his hand. The buck catches my wind a little bit because my wind was blowing down that way. Just kind of puts his nose up in the air. Doesn't panic or anything though. Just stands there broadside, sniffing, and then just walks slowly off the same fucking trail after I hit him up into the woods.
What? Hypothesize for us. Why did that person not shoot that fucking animal?
So about 10 minutes before this deer came in, there was a little scrub. I think it was a 4-point cut in between us. And I looked over and I could see the glow on his cell phone. He was like taking a Snapchat or video or something of it. And I don't know if he was going to like film me shoot this deer, but he just never, when I turned around, his bow was still hanging in the tree. I just don't know what was
Do you
going
know
through
the
his
kid?
mind. I don't personally know the kid. A listener, friend of the program, I believe it's his cousin. I'll have to follow up with him on that and try to see if he can get me the full story of why he didn't grab the bow.
Yeah, I would love to know more.
Because
about
there
that.
was, by the time the deer walked,
Maybe he doesn't shoot injured animals. They have to
Maybe.
be perfectly healthy.
Or slappers only.
I mean, doesn't want to shoot 140-inch deer standing broadside at 25, 30 yards.
Likes
I
a
don't know.
challenge.
He's
Yeah.
a trophy hunter.
Yeah.
Where did you hit him?
Shoulder. I've hit him just a little too far forward, I think. Denver sent me a picture of one of the meat eater guys was bow hunting in Wisconsin, and very similar to where he hit his deer, maybe just a little bit back is where I hit him. But yeah, he definitely had a noticeable limp. So
And when did you hit him? I missed that part.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, Saturday. That was 20 minutes before dark, and then I saw him like.
So as a
5 minutes before
hunter,
dark.
is that still your deer?
No.
I was hoping that this kid would have shot him, just so like
It's not.
there would have been
limping.
closure. Like I would have known it was over
And
or whatever.
would that be the kid's deer then if he put it down?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
There, to your point, there are people out there that would go and argue, or at least make it known that they did that, and try to have some sort of conversation, because there are a lot of fucking stupid people that hunt, fish, do anything, like we know, but especially when it comes to hunting and big bucks.
Have you guys ever had that happen to you?
I have not.
Nope.
If I would have that night double lunged him and he would have ran where he ran and just stood there and you could tell he was like getting ready to fall and then the kid shoots him, I'd have been like,
Yeah,
really, dude?
you hear those stories where deer is shot multiple times when you have adjoining properties like that.
You ever had that happen to you?
No, I mean, I've heard
Well,
plenty of stories about it.
It's
You've-
probably pretty scary.
You've had somebody shoot a deer of yours.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, I guess that you're right. I
Oh,
have.
fill in
But
the listeners.
It wasn't an argument or anything. It was just real happy young man saw a bedded down deer and got after it. We found out later that
It was already gutted out at that point too, wasn't
No,
it?
it wasn't.
Oh, it
yeah.
wasn't
Bo
yet?
was standing there gutting it out.
No, I just didn't know if like he gut it and like
No.
was like, oh,
No.
I'll get it later.
No.
No,
I-
you hear stories of that, and it's pretty scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why you gotta know where you're looking or
But
shooting.
if the deer that you hit,
Mm-hmm.
you find him next week laying down dead, that's your deer. No other bows or holes or anything.
yeah.
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 Yeah. I would punch my tag then. Yeah.
At that point, you can't eat it, probably. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many freaking coyotes
Oh.
and bobcats around there. He'd have been
I had a
picked
story
pretty clean anyway.
that I wanted to share with you from somebody at work today. Their relative, it's not who you're thinking. Somebody different.
Okay.
It's a she. Her relative had, in Stoughton area, give or take,
Stoughton, yep.
a deer that he had shot. He looked like he was maybe in his late teens, early
He's
20s.
a sophomore in college.
There you go.
He just loves taking over stories, doesn't he?
He's
a
good at
story-
filling in the details.
He's a story taker over.
He had tried to track the deer, a buck, and he was unsuccessful. And then he was coming back to the house or something. The father,
Holy shit.
sees the buck as he steps out on the porch or something from the house, and there's like a river or a creek that runs through the back property.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, it's out there laying in the fucking river or creek. Like
Dead.
he could see the antlers sticking out.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Bo's showing pictures to Kyle. And the kid goes out there to look at it and get the deer, retrieve it. And as he's looking at the buck, there's a largemouth bass hovering, sitting there, just looking at the deer or something. And the kid reaches down,
Bare hands the fish.
bare hands the largemouth bass, and then gets a picture taken as he's standing next to his buck, holding the bass as if he caught. I mean, he did catch it, one with his hand. What a fucking series of events.
Have you seen that?
I did see it. Screenshot that or send it to me so we can share it for our listeners. But
Okay.
literally a buck
That's
in the
wild.
background laying in the water, and then a kid holding up the largemouth.
That's an impressive buck, too.
That is
Yeah.
a good buck.
Yeah. So really cool. You reminded me saying you couldn't eat it because it had been laying there. I don't know. Was it a few hours or a day or something?
Yeah, I think day.
So yeah, but still really
sucks,
cool. You
yeah.
recovered it, and then that happened.
Wow. Yeah, mine wasn't that big, but still would have been
Like
Biggest
this?
deer I've
Was it
ever
like
shot.
this? Bigger than this?
bigger than that.
Nice. So definite shooter.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Well, hopefully you see it again. When are you going out next?
Yeah.
I wanted to take off tomorrow for my birthday, but
Oh, happy early birthday.
oh, thank
We
you.
missed that
We
one.
missed
on the
that for-
shout
yeah.
outs.
Yeah. I mean,
35?
Did you know
somebody got
Denver?
35.
I did know.
Someone
I
had
didn't-
one job, right?
Yeah. Somebody got the other host's birthday, but yeah, but no, work is too busy. So Friday morning, I'll be going out.
Happy early birthday.
Well, good luck Friday.
Thank you. And then I'll be doing Beau's favorite activity, pheasant hunting,
Perfect.
before I go out for the evening
It's
sit.
not hunting. It's just walking your dog.
Yep.
That's what Bo says. There was one more. Oh, we had. Bo, do you have time or do you have to get going?
I got probably like 10 minutes.
He's got time.
10 minutes.
If he stops taking over people's stories, we'd have more time.
We had the pleasure of, for a company that Bo owns, part owner.
Which one is that?
I think it's okay to say. 04 Outdoors. They manufacture hunting blinds, ice fishing trailers, skid houses, custom camping trailers, all sorts of different stuff. Now they sell the windows that they manufacture in Portage, Wisconsin. You can buy those if you want to build your own deer blind and put a window in it. You can do that. Just go to the website, 04 Outdoors.
For a guy who loves to rough it on fishing trips, he really goes all out with these shanties.
The hunting blinds are top of the line. They're very premium, very nice.
You could sleep in those things.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah. We had the pleasure of working with a gentleman that's tied into the meat eater realm, world, whatever you want to call it.
He's been on a few episodes.
And Joe Rogan.
And yeah,
He's been on Joe Rogan
he's
Experience.
done that kind of stuff too. So, Doug Duran, not to name drop, but he's kind of a big deal.
D squared.
Yeah, D squared. Sharing the Land is his kind of philanthropy, help people use hunting land that might not be able to get on a hunting land outside of public land. His quote is, "It's not ours, it's just our turn." He's had a family farm for, what did he say, 100 years?
112 years.
112 years. They're tied into like 400 acres almost in Richland County. Put a couple blinds up on their property that people will use in the coming weeks and however long they stay there. But really cool guy. Really cool experience yesterday. You're listening on Wednesday, so back on Sunday. Yeah, what else, Bo, about them? Some really cool bucks. He's got an interesting outlook on shooting more does to make it more difficult for bucks to breed doe, so they have to move more, so you'll see more deer, which is a great outlook, I think. That's something I didn't really think of.
What did he tell us? So they have 500 acres that they either own or lease.
Yep.
And he said last year they shot 40 deer off it, the year before 40 deer off it, and they want to shoot 60 this year.
Holy shit.
So, and that's, it was, so his main source is, I guess, main purpose is conservation of the land. So his great grandfather bought the property. He owned a rail spur between Cazenovia and Laval, and they were in the timber business. So the family history of the farm is that they bought it for harvesting and growing timber.
Yep.
And so white oak and red oak are their big things they like to grow, and the deer population kill the seedlings of those.
Okay.
So part of the thing is controlling the population helps with forest growth.
Yeah. Yeah, really cool guy. So he, Doug and Chris were there with us, and we set up a couple blinds, and I believe, I don't know if they'll use them or who's going to use them, but 2 people from Meat Eater will be there just after opening weekend of guns.
Oh, they'll be there opening weekend.
Cal
The
will
Can-Am
Yeah,
people
Cal's going to be
come
there.
Sunday.
I don't know when Jordan gets
Okay.
there, but
Who's
yeah.
Chris?
Chris is a guy that helps with sharing the land. That's a guy that lives in the area. I don't know his last name. Really nice guy. But yeah, Doug his family farm is hosting some folks from Can-Am, a couple people from Meat Eater, and there's a good chance. When I was talking to Doug today, he mentioned that Giannis saw the blinds get posted to the Instagram of Doug's, and he's like, "Hey, what's the story on those?" Because apparently Giannis's father is similar to Doug's age and kind of more interested in a little bit more comfort out of the elements type hunting experience. So Doug is going up there tomorrow to spend some time at their family farm and wherever it is, and he's going to
This
talk.
is Giannis?
Yeah.
Hang on. Not
At the
Giannis,
Canupo?
No,
basketball
the
player.
one that's like
Oh.
way cooler.
Yeah.
Meat eater Giannis.
Immediately. Yeah.
I mean, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I'm glad
or
I
however
asked
you
that
say it.
question.
Giannis, that is a cool person.
is.
Also, he is
Because
cool.
to see Giannis's dad hunt in comfort would be...
We need to make a
Wouldn't that be
taller
in
blind,
Greece?
probably.
Well,
Yeah, I
but
think they're in
he's-
Greece.
Yeah, but you can hunt
But
in
anyway,
Greece.
there's a
Yeah.
chance that the Patelis family is going to be interested in a blind, is what
Okay.
Doug kind of alluded to. So who knows? Either way, it was really cool. Great people.
Can I ask some questions?
Yeah.
Oh, and yes, please do.
No, go ahead. Finish what you were
The Doe Derby.
Yes.
If you're in southwestern Wisconsin, look up Doug Duran, look up the Casanova Doe Derby, shoot a doe, tag it, get it tested if you want to. You don't have to, but he encourages CWD testing. And then you can enter with your doe tag to win all sorts of crazy cool prizes. So,
Guns,
Oh.
yep.
optics,
Yep.
all kinds of stuff.
Casanova Doe Derby. All right, go ahead, Jeff.
Thanks. So for a non-hunter, so D Squared, Doug Duran has
Yep.
500 acres by Richland County,
Yep.
right? And he wants to let people use the land
Yep.
who don't normally have a
Yep.
lot of access to it to hunt, right?
Yep.
So does he regulate who can enter and where they're placed?
Yeah, so his
and-
organization is called Share the Land, and what it is like, so say you own a parcel of land, you're not a hunter, but you need like help controlling the invasive species, or harvesting timber, or so, anything, you need help on your property. You get people that come and help you do whatever you need done on your property in exchange for hunting.
Mm-hmm.
So there's plenty of landowners, large parcel landowners that don't hunt.
Yeah, but they're okay with it,
Yeah.
and they appreciate.
Or you need firewood cut for the winter.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
somebody comes and cuts the firewood for you in exchange for hunting.
Yep. Like-minded individuals that are willing to help people use
So
their
you said
land.
500 acres he owns,
Yes.
but now
Well,
you're
he
saying
owns 400. They
now
lease
you're
another
saying that
100 and
they exchange promises to help with the land.
some. I don't
and
necessarily. I
hunting.
don't know if his property is one of the share.
I'm sure part of it
Yeah.
might be.
But he also, I listened to him today when he was on Joe Rogan just recently, and he was saying, he's like, ask anybody in the area, and they'll say like, Doug lets anybody hunt his land that wants to, type thing.
Okay.
So.
And it's not just in Wisconsin. It's like
Yeah,
it's
they
a
have places
national
in
thing.
Iowa. I mean, yeah, it's all over the place.
And it's not just deer hunting. Like,
Yep.
you can go squirrel hunting, rabbit hunting.
duck hunting,
turkey.
whatever. Yeah.
What are some of the things that these people will do on the land to get hunting access in return?
Like
we're
Bo
saying.
was saying, like
Cutting
wood,
firewood.
clear brush,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so really, really cool group. Look it up. Sharing the Land, Doug Duran. Hopefully, maybe we can do a podcast with him. I think that'd be something that would be really cool because he's got great stories.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
we're
it's
in
cool. He took us into the
the farmhouse.
farmhouse where like all of the meat eater stuff is filmed, and
Yeah, so if you've watched the video with, I forget the comedian. Do you remember, Kyle?
Joe Rogan and Brian Callen were both there.
Brian Callen. He's a comedian, right?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're standing there, like, I'm like, oh, yeah, like when they're in the kitchen cooking all the stuff, I'm like, it's just this tiny little kitchen off this main room that's next to the other room that's got all the different deer over the last 20-some years. That really cool to see. This caribou was in there, right?
Yep, yeah.
So, yeah, fun Sunday. Hunting season is here. Kyle's been hunting. Gun season's coming up. I was at a friend's house today changing out an SD card in my camera, and walking out, I was like stalking a small buck. It might have been an 8, but I think it was more of a 6. I was watching him and trying to film as I walked. It's just really cool time of year. The rut.
I could have
Always
hit a
round
buck
up.
on my way here.
What's that?
Could have hit a buck on my way here if I wanted to.
Really?
Yeah. Over by
Decent?
No.
No.
Little scrub.
If
over,
it were-
over by Katie's.
Like if it looked like a world record, are you throwing the not avalanche? Are you throwing the Colorado into it?
No.
Really?
Yeah. No.
Just once a year.
Just checking. Just wanted to
Yeah.
make sure.
No. Rather kill one with a bow or a gun.
Yep.
How's that working out?
Not very well this year. That's why I had to put on the rut stash.
Oh yeah, he's got the rut stash
Yeah,
now.
no shave November. You guys participating?
I actually heard today on the radio it was no nut November.
Yeah.
That's a different thing, but yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, I saw a great meme.
Great segue.
I saw a great meme, and I'm going to show it to you. It's actually called No Nuts November, and it's just knowing all your different nuts. You know, nylon lock nuts, wing nuts.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like hickory nuts.
That would be a good one,
walnuts.
too. Yeah. But there's all sorts of them there for you, Jeff.
Mine look different.
Yeah, I mean, the more you know.
Outside of that,
I've never found the right hammer for those.
yeah, it's tough to get a hammer on those sometimes. Kyle, do you have anything else for the folks on episode 44?
No, I don't think so.
I do like your mustache.
I think we should do this
Jessica
again.
hates it.
Yep,
Does she
with
really?
trivia.
With trivia.
Yeah.
With
'Cause
trivia.
I think
And so does Bryn. And
Jeff
I think
or
Addison
I
finds it funny
could
that they
dethrone
hate it.
Kyle.
I like it.
Okay,
I really
Somebody
do.
needs to
Appreciate
beat
it.
It's full.
I'm gonna.
Oh, yeah,
I
I
need
need grow
all.
a good mustache.
Yeah.
Well, a lot thicker than my beard.
I know. I need all three of you. We're gonna do trivia. You three.
Okay.
How do you want?
Are you hosting?
Yes, I'm asking this right now. I'll be the host. The questions I do not need to come up with. How do you want the questions to be like?
At least
Gathered.
run them by your wife.
Okay, I could do that.
It's a good neutral party.
I mean, she gave me the county stadium one, so like the struggle with like
Okay, I got
that
that
was an
one.
easy one.
The nutmeg one
yeah.
from her, not so easy.
No, she didn't give me that.
Oh, she didn't?
No, that was just me. And like I was explaining after we were done recording, I get looking at them, and you see the easy ones. You're like, okay, I'm not going to do that one. I'm not going to do that one, and then it's just a struggle of, oh, that sounds kind of cool, but it's really hard to fucking know that or guess at that even. So you want me to come up with them, same topics
Yeah,
that we normally do, and just run them by somebody?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can run them past me. I'll take a look.
All right. Well, I think we should do trivia in less than a month.
Yeah.
I'd love to run it back.
2-3 weeks. We should do it.
All right, let's do it.
I had the lead. I don't know if you want to just do a quick recap.
You did.
I did have
You
the
did
lead.
the first time, yeah.
Yeah.
Your second showing was
That was
pretty
different. I
piss
forgot
poor.
about that one.
Oh, the all guests.
Intentionally.
Yeah, the all guest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was tough.
That was tough.
That was tough.
But
Close one
Kyle and I
counts.
went to overtime.
Yeah. Horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah.
That's where he succeeds is overtime. Greg snuck back in, took him to overtime.
Yeah, and your question was about the overtime question. The answer was 17.
Countries with like pesos or something.
Something
Or-
like that.
Yeah.
For currency.
Good question.
It hurt.
That
I think that might, whenever we do that, I think that might be Kyle's first loss.
he's talking a big game.
Won't be his last.
Wow.
I'm not scared.
Kyle says you know where to find me.
Let the record state.
Yep, undefeated.
Undefeated.
Jeff, anything else you wanted to get off your chest?
No, thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for
for-
coming.
Letting us stop by and shoot the bull a little bit.
Yep.
Talk hunting and fishing. Right up my
Yep.
alley.
It's a good time of year for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bo, anything else for
No.
you?
I got to go do some fundraising.
For what?
The youth.
For what?
The
It's
youth?
Lodi Wrestling Dinner.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, it's catered dinner at the high school tonight. It's going to be too late by the time you hear this, but yeah.
Is there
How's
more
fundraiser?
opportunity to donate if you're local and listening?
We'll always take donations.
They'll always take donations.
Yeah.
Any other fundraisers for the program?
We do the Rotary park benches on Main Street. We put those out and take those in every year.
You guys do any golf outings to
We
raise
do
some
a
funds?
golf outing.
Oh, you
Actually,
do?
Right there, look at that.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
oh.
we won that, remember?
Oh,
Yep. I got her
yes.
scorecard with my trophy over
Yeah,
there.
we go.
Thought that's where you're going with it. Staring him right in the face. How's the team shaping up this year?
Be good. Be good. Good team this year.
A lot of seniors.
Yep. Gotta get through football first, and then
We know
how,
that,
How are we
but-
looking for level 4 of the playoffs?
I think they'll be okay
Yeah. Arcadia, right?
in Arcadia.
Baldwin Woodville,
Yep.
who beat Somerset.
Yes.
Scummer set.
The
what they say.
WIAA went bass backwards on the other side of the bracket. I thought Catholic Memorial got routed, but they just
Yeah.
I saw that.
I was
They
like,
missed-
what the hell?
Yeah.
So
I think Luxembourg Casco will beat them this week, though.
So Luxembourg Casco was in D3 all year, right?
No, they're in D4.
Well, for the playoffs. But weren't they in D3 during the year and then got...
During the year, there is no divisions.
So when you look at the
you don't know what
rankings
division
for,
you are until the regular season's over.
so when you look at rankings during the season,
so they were ranked in D3. Maybe it was projected there. Those are all just projections.
Oh.
Projections.
And so they
they don't
changed
mean
it now.
anything.
Like you can get points in playoffs, so then you potentially get bumped up.
Yeah, so
a
it's
division now.
I don't remember what the competitive advantage. I can't remember what they call it. It's something stupid. Yeah, based on how you've done the last 2 years, if you have so many points, you get moved up a division for all sports.
Interesting.
Yeah.
While we're on the football topic, anyone watch the Packers yesterday?
Did not.
sure did.
Watch the first half, and I'm this right here.
That's what did it?
Yep.
Okay, I didn't watch a single or listen or check in at all. When we were at the farm, we came in. Remember, I said,
Yeah.
"Holy shit, Packers are winning 7-0."
Yeah.
2 minutes left in the half. Shortly after that, the Rams got a field goal. So if I think about, look at, talk about the Packers, it doesn't go well. Like points are scored for the other team immediately. And then I didn't listen on the drive home, didn't check. I watched the highlights after it was over, and they fucking won. So I think unless you have a party and I get blackout drunk again, I'm not watching any football of the Packers the rest of the season.
You're superstitious.
I'm a little stitious at
Bad-
this point.
It's bad luck to be superstitious.
Really, that's what do you call it? Catch 22.
Or a pun, because it's
So
puns day.
take me through. You watched some of it, or you watched the whole game?
Yeah.
Defense was good.
Defense
was good.
Defense looked
Joe
good.
Barry,
The-
sign him again. Extension.
I thought there
I
were a
didn't
lot of
watch
penalties.
it, so I'm gonna go.
All right, you got to go. Bo, thank
Thanks.
you very much.
Good news.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
It's pretty selfish.
Could have been worse. Missed a
Watch
field
the-
goal.
yep.
See you, Bo.
See you guys.
Missed a field goal at
Appreciate it.
half.
How bright is it out there?
Real bright.
Missed a field goal at half. Should have been 23-3. But
Yeah, and it wasn't close
I
either.
saw that.
The defense played well. There were a lot of flags.
Valentine.
always, yeah. Valentine, I still miss Sewell, but
Yeah.
Oh.
He didn't do much last night. I watched a little bit of the Bills game.
he was only in for a few plays, I think.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Oh.
He got
kinda
hurt
falling
at one point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he went back in, but he was down for a little bit. Russell Douglas.
Aaron Jones, 24 touches or something like that.
Yeah, it's weird. You give the guy like This was the first game he had double-digit touches all year.
Yeah. So,
The defense had some really good moments yesterday. They actually had a couple of sacks that I remember being called back for defensive offsides with Rashawn Gary specifically lined up in the neutral zone.
And he
Really?
had that roughing the
Yeah.
passer, which was a bullshit
Big one.
call.
Because that was on third down, wasn't it?
Yep.
I thought the defense played really well. You know who else played well was
Jordan Love.
the next Mahomes, yes. And then the new tight end,
Musgrave.
Musgrave.
That I didn't get to see it because it was the second half. Touchdown to Musgrave. That was fucking
Beautifully
sweet.
designed play.
Yeah.
Beautifully designed play.
Double fake.
Yep.
I saw that.
And then right up the gut, right up the belly.
Fuck yeah. It's the year of the torn Achilles.
Yeah. Another one.
Cam Akers, the Vikings
see that.
just fucking signed
How's
him.
your team doing, Padley?
Padley's team, my team. If you are on Andrew's team, my team,
Is that soda pop?
you
Top game. Yep.
you are absolutely fucked if you're an NFL player. Like you are on the IR, you might die.
Now you're being more than little stitches.
You're going to prison. I don't know what happened, but it's fucked up.
As long as Brees Hall doesn't go off for over 31 points tonight, I will win again with CMC on the bye. So
Yeah,
Wow.
that's tough. Peter's penis
And I didn't
powders.
even put CJ Stroud in.
Yeah, you had him on the bench. 50-some points.
Who'd you have start?
63 points. Josh Allen.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this.
What did he get you, like 24?
22, somewhere
Hey,
in there.
you'll like this one, Jeff. So last week we have a defensive player in our
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, last week.
I have a question about that real quick.
All right, go ahead.
Is it open to anybody, anyone who plays defense?
Any player,
Anybody.
Do you
any
guys-
individual.
We have it too in our league.
Yeah.
Do you guys go for, like, are you guys looking for like a TJ Watt who maybe has like 3 tackles but might get like 3 sacks? Or are you just going tackle heavy? Like they might have 14 tackles in a
I
game.
switch it up. I'll take safeties, cornerbacks. I'll take
Whatever you're feeling.
DNs, yeah, linebackers, whatever.
I go linebacker most of the
So
time.
Just because of tackles?
In sacks.
I'm the
yeah,
same-
we get bonus
I'm the
points for
same way.
sacks.
So speaking of
Because it's more of a guarantee, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The tackles.
Yep.
speaking of whatever you're feeling, last week I picked up Kenny Moore II for the Colts.
And Denver made a side bet with me.
And I've had a good feeling about him, and I talked shit to Kyle after we went pheasant hunting. I said,
took your dog for a walk.
We took our dog for a walk, Kyle's dog, and I said, side bet, $5.
Hold on.
Well,
by the
double
way,
or nothing.
Beau, my dog doesn't know that these birds are released.
Yeah.
She thinks they're out. They're wild.
Yeah. I was like, side bet, double or nothing. So I already owed him $5 on a different side bet. What do you think about defensive players this week? Because we were playing each other. I bet my defensive player has more points than his. I picked up Kenny Moore, cornerback for the Colts. The second.
And so my first
Good
question
pedigree.
was, does he return punts or anything? Because he gets points for that.
Yeah, and he doesn't.
He does not. So I'm like, okay, I'll take that bet.
And he ended up scoring 2.5 or 3 points.
And my linebacker had like 3.5 or 4 or something like that.
Oh, jeez.
This week, Jeff, Kenny Moore II had 33 points. I dropped and
Two pick sixes.
2 pick sixes.
115 return yards.
I dropped him. I didn't even fucking have him this week. I dropped him so I could pick up some other asshole to just have on my bench.
The only thing better,
I didn't
would be
even
if
play it.
Kyle had him.
Oh,
And then when he sent that to me, I'm like, who are you dropping this week so I know who to pick up?
It's good to be early, but you got to hang on to him.
man. I
What
just
a
had a
bu-
feeling
That's
about
like
it.
buzzkill.
CJ
It
Stroud.
was a week off.
I picked CJ Stroud up like last week.
I had him earlier this year, too.
Yeah, because Josh Allen,
I
bye
was
week
going to ask.
coming up.
So he'd been picked up on waivers before. Then you dropped him.
Yep, and Kyle's got him now.
Yep. And then he tried to trade for him back. Said no.
Well, I tried to give you a legitimate trade this time. The first legitimate trade. It was Dalton, the tight end for the Bills, Kincaid.
I saw the email. I
Yeah.
didn't see who
Injured
you were
last
asking
night.
for.
Did he?
Yeah, he'll
Oh,
be okay, though.
I submitted the trade before he was injured because he has Josh Allen.
Yeah, but as it turns out, you're good at predicting the future.
I am.
So you knew.
I did know. I was trying to set him up.
Yeah, you knew.
And I'm, depending on who you asked for, I'll consider it because Hawkinson is questionable. I don't know how bad he got hurt or whatever, but
How many guys in your league?
8 only. So there's a lot of players.
I'm in an 8 person. It's kind of nice, though, because the waiver wire is active and you're not just taking a bunch of trash.
I love
Yeah. You know?
like Monday usually or Sunday evening, like going to and changing the points to like actual not projected points but the points for the week and like sorting it and seeing like all the people that like scored points, like, ooh, I'm gonna put a waiver wire requested on that son of a bitch.
Yeah, you've got like 30 waiver wires.
35. I have the most waiver wire moves.
I think that should be
Who's
that should
second?
be
He's
worth
probably
money.
got like 12
Yeah, not even.
at most.
The activity is fun to watch. Who's
Yeah.
got the most moves? A long time ago, I'm in a league with a bunch of friends from college, and they're not huge football fans.
Which school? Because you went to a few.
Yeah, good question. UW, but they don't really understand like the idea of like a waiver wire, right? And how you have to like claim. So it's just
They went
come-
to UW.
yeah, come like Monday evening / Tuesday morning at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Like everyone's just available.
Yeah.
Right. So back in the day, I used to set my alarm on my phone for like 2:30 or 3 a.m. just to get up and get on the wire and just add a bunch of people.
See what's going on.
Yeah. And it drove my wife nuts, but it's like, it's free reign,
Yeah.
yeah, easy pickings.
you know?
Yeah. So maybe is that an ESPN difference that you couldn't put those requests in ahead of time?
Are you trying to compare ESPN and Yahoo?
I know that Kyle loves ESPN.
The ESPN app is way better.
Way
than,
better.
Yeah,
I won't even participate in Yahoo anymore.
I tried it once and I didn't like it, and I haven't tried it again. It's probably been 8 years, so I don't know anything about ESPN.
This might shock you guys, but when I first started fantasy football years and years ago, we used Yahoo. That's all that was available.
Is this when you had to do it on paper?
Yes.
You had to keep
we
track?
had to keep our points on paper.
seriously.
Yeah, so eventually Yahoo would give you the total score, but not until like the whole week and all the games were done. So in live time, you're sitting there trying to keep track of your players' points and comparing it to who your opponent is and what they have. At the week's end, like come Tuesday morning, they'll have a total.
Yeah.
But who can wait that long?
Imagine if we explained that to Beau's son, also former guest, friend of the program, Mitchell, somebody his age, like, hey, so this is how we do this like fantasy football thing, but you got to keep track on
He'd be
pencil
like,
and
that
paper.
is so chuggy on
chuggy
cap
AF.
or on God.
And
no
then I remember
cap.
the year that Yahoo switched from that to you could pay like $10 for the year to have them keep live scoring for you.
Oh, wow. What a
And we
scam.
actually had to have a vote amongst the league members, like, hey, will everyone chip in $1 to do this?
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
Fantasy football has come a long way. I know whoever's listening and you hate it, that's your problem. But
I've been impressed with the app this year, ESPN. It had some glitches last year, I thought.
wouldn't know.
I'm only in one league, and
Next year,
it's a joke.
Next year, Kyle's going to run the league, and it's going to be ESPN.
Oh, will you guys switch platforms?
I'll switch.
If I have to be commissioner, okay, so I'll play next year if I win this year, and I'll take over commissionership.
You win,
and yes,
win
we
football
will.
or trivia?
Well, trivia is a given. I know I'm going to win that. Fantasy football. I've never won fantasy football.
Regular season or championship? Like playoffs?
Championship.
Okay.
Never won championship.
You've got the 1 seed
yeah.
and shit the bed.
No, I've never had the 1 seed
Okay.
even. Yeah. I mean, I've been in the playoffs and just
Yeah.
I don't even know if I've made the championship. So we'll see.
Really?
I've taken second place 2 or 3 times. It's a bitch.
What is
like-
ours?
you're like Tony
Second place
Romo.
gets
Money back.
Exactly, money back. So
So, but I'm confused. So right now you're in Yahoo.
Yep.
If he has to be commissioner,
we'll be going to ESPN.
what does that mean if you have to be? How does that role get assigned?
We're coming up with it right now. He said he's going to quit, so I need to keep him in it. If we can switch to ESPN.
You don't have like last place has to be commissioner next year, or first
We-
place has to
no,
be
we
commissioner.
don't.
Oh no, we came up with I don't think we ever talked about the ideas for last place, like the punishment. Mm-hmm. We had a lot of different ideas.
Yeah, we did.
One of them was you had to.
Take the ACTs, post your score.
Yep.
Or the Wonderlick.
That
did
was
that-
to pick draft order.
That's
was-
how we picked draft order.
You guys did the Wonderlick.
Yeah.
That was my one condition to play. Is
That is
we
awesome.
decide draft order by doing Wonderlick.
Scores.
It was fucking stupid.
Greg won.
Yep.
I took second. Greg wasted his pick on Jamar Chase. Barry,
I
just
think
clicked through.
Brad took third.
Weber didn't even take it.
Weber didn't take. I took fourth. I think out of 8.
That's a good way to do it.
Oh, it was a pain.
How long? It's timed, right? It's like
Yeah, it's like 8 minutes.
12.
yeah.
12
8.
minutes.
That's a
something
great
like
way
that,
to do
yeah.
it.
Anyways, another potential option for the loser is you had to make like a serious inquiry about getting a sex change.
Oh yeah, that's right. Go in for a consultation.
That goes on your medical record.
Does it really?
Yeah, they're billing that consult somewhere.
I suppose. Could you imagine?
Oh my god.
Don't lose, baby.
Well, I don't have to worry about that. Sorry, Weber.
In the great state of Iowa, we got Cody Weber stopping by.
Jesus Christ.
There were some other ones too.
Do you guys do anything to pick like your draft order? Or?
So we used to do in our 8-person league. This is a few years ago. We used to do our draft order was based off the home run derby for baseball.
Oh, you picked a
So
guy.
so we draw names out of a hat to see which baseball player you were assigned. But now the derby's got different rules and whatnot, so it doesn't really work. But we used to do it that way.
That's cool.
Yeah. Other than that, no, just random pursuant to.
Any punishment for last place?
We've never really done that. We should.
Yeah.
We've never really done it.
You should. What you should do, because you're alums from UW,
And
You
Lodi, I should say.
you should all get together for a Badger game, and the loser's got to wear the other school's like full getup, and like sit with you guys and like talk, take all the
Take the
shit.
asshole chance
Yep.
and-
Yep. That'd be fun.
That's good punishment. Do you want to be in our league? Sounds like you're pretty good.
No, I'm gonna be in 7th place after this week. I think I was looking at the
7th
points. Yeah, not good.
Ooh.
I'll be tied with people, but I don't have as many points as them. So
Oh.
That's the tiebreaker.
yeah.
Head to head first.
Yeah, overall record. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
Well,
is first,
overall,
and
but then head to head.
Like
Ooh,
if
you're
you beat
that's
tied
them,
with
good. I don't
someone.
have
I
to
don't
worry
know.
about that. I'm gonna be 8-1. So
what a prick. I'm gonna be 4 and 5.
You can tell he did well in the Wonderlick.
Yeah. Yep.
Sometimes you can overmanage a team.
Yeah,
like
that's
35
35
waiver
moves.
transactions.
But if you looked at the move and if they actually made it to the starting roster or not, or if that affected the starting lineup, a lot of it doesn't. It's
you've
just
already
like
outperformed
stashing
Yahoo's.
people.
I've used
Yeah, I
that
was supposed to have
strategy
one
before,
win.
actually.
And I got 4.
I've used that strategy before playing an
Yeah.
opponent. I'll stash a player.
Yeah.
No, he'll never enter my lineup, but knowing my opponent that week or even the week after is going to need someone in that position.
Yeah.
If I have him, they can't have him. That helps my team.
Yep.
He might not play or get points for me.
Like
Yeah.
CJ Stroud's probably going to play 1 week for me. Josh Allen on bye.
This
But
weekend,
because you have him, no one else can.
Exactly.
I picked up Derek Carr this week to replace Lamar Jackson. He had more points than Lamar.
Yeah, he tried to trade me Derek Carr for CJ Stroud.
Quarterback for quarterback.
Answer's always no until you ask.
Exactly.
Always be selling.
It's brutal.
Oh, we should get in the league together.
We
Good
should.
in you league.
Well, next year we can
We're
go
gonna
to 10
expand it.
people.
Yeah.
10 people.
Yeah.
Have you join and Beau join. Piece of cake.
You won't be last anymore.
Insinuating Beau's going to be?
Well, I didn't say that. You are.
Who's Weber's 1 win against?
I was gonna say earlier, he's gonna beat Peter's penis pounders
Really?
this week to have
because
2 wins.
Yeah, well, did Peter swap out the guy who was on a
penis
bye
pounder?
this week
No idea.
or was ruled out or something?
He was on vacation, so probably not.
Yeah,
The player or Peter?
Yes.
both.
Yes.
Smoky Mountains.
Are we going for a little bit here? Because I got to piss.
Probably
Yeah.
wrap her up.
Yeah.
Wrap it up. All right. I don't think there's anything else that we need to cover. I know Kyle's begging for a story out of us, but we don't have the ability to share the details right now.
Yeah.
It will come soon.
Okay.
Because
Got
we
it.
we put it out in the universe, and we got a fucking response that I didn't want to get.
Really?
So,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so that's what happens.
On
Anyhow,
your little
can we
stitches.
at least talk about it off air?
we might be able to.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. But again, it's just putting shit in the universe. So,
Yeah.
fuck.
I just want to hear the details.
Timing's
Just get me up
everything.
to speed. I mean, obviously you don't
Okay.
have a conclusion yet, but
Okay, we can work on it.
Oh, we have a conclusion. It's just open ended for the other side.
Yeah. Jeff, thank you very much.
Hey, thanks
Bo,
for having
thank
me.
you. Pretty good, and you?
Good and you?
good news.